Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. You know what? The Orioles showed up. And I wasn't going to put this up. I was planning on scrapping it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back. Why? Because they were sitting here this morning looking at it. This is just, it's just irrigation tubing. Did I get this turned on? Yes, I love this. I have power at my hands for what? About $100. I've got power anywhere I want. It doesn't matter if it's in the house, outside. I don't have to bend down and look for a plug. So it works for glue guns. It works for my soldering iron. It works for lights. It works for charging in your computer, your tablet. It doesn't matter. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fix this back up because I had an old flag on here that kind of got faded and I took it away, and it gives it a cover. And I have a hummingbird feeder that hangs in the middle. What I'm trying to do is behind you, I've got all the hummingbirds. I try to bring some of the Orioles away from the hummingbirds. They intimidate the hummingbirds. They don't like them. And they can be quite nasty. I mean, if they see a nest or a bird that's sick, they can grab them. It's amazing what an Oriole, scrub jay, all of them can do. And I've seen it. So I try to separate them, though they don't generally bother anybody on the feeders. It's just the hummingbirds kind of fly all over and they scream and they yell. So let's get a few of them over here. So what I've got to do first is I need to, I got to get zip ties. I need to put this back in so we stabilize it. And I'm going to do it a little differently. I already took down the flag that was up here. And I think let's see, we're going to put this back in here. But I do need to get some zip ties. Give me a minute. I'm back with my zip ties. It just works better. Let me tell you something in case you're just starting to use zip ties. The real little ones, you can get like a big package for like $1 or something. They're not as strong. I would go with getting less and getting bigger because they're much thicker. So we're gonna go ahead. It really doesn't matter what color. I'll just use a red. And I'm going to stabilize these in here. You know what, before I tape them up. So we're gonna see, gee, it's actually, hold on, the original hole is still there. I don't know, do I wanna change the hole? I may change the hole. Might make a hole here instead. I might pull it over. Usually I put my soldering iron on a plate, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put it on the inside so you don't see it. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I know you're not building one of these. This is kind of a unique thing that I do for the Orioles here. And I usually only put one here. And then with the flag and everything on top, or whatever I put on top, it gives a little shade and I can grow marigolds or something in the bottom. Okay, see how strong that is now? Okay, this one needs one too. Oh, I never put them in that one. Good, I didn't shut it off. All right, I'm gonna pull this back and put one here. This dish pan is quite a few years old. I absolutely love these Sterilite black dish pans. And by the way, I am not sponsored by anybody. This is stuff I buy, and when I like something, I pass it on to you to let you know. It's just that I've been using them for growing, all kinds of stuff, storing things in, but especially keeping them outside. So far to date, I've never had one break. I'm not saying they won't, but I have never had one break. Got lettuce growing in here too right now. All right, so I'm gonna stabilize this. I'm gonna I think I will cut the tabs off. You know now that I use these to make little plant flags, labels, and it works out really good. I wanna make sure, you wanna make sure it's tight before you cut it, because once you cut it, you can't tighten it anymore. I guess you could with a pair of pliers. All right, before I shut that off, you know, these are still in from last year, the zip ties. I want to do this differently. I don't know if you'll be able to see if I put it on the floor, but I'm going to go ahead and drop this on the floor. It's not going to be perfect. Let me see something. I don't want this. This isn't doing much for me. All right. It's actually pretty good the way it is, but going to stabilize this with tape. I thought I had tape. Didn't I bring tape out here? No, I did not. I'll be right back. I need tape. Now I use painter's tape in the garden. If you put it on when it's dry, what, 80, 85 degrees, it's dry out here. It will hold really good. I want this to stay exactly where I want it. I tape up tomato plants with it. I do everything with it. And like I said, once it's on to stay. So it works out really good. So we're going to tape the corners up. Now, how long is it going to last for? It's just tape. Some of them last 2 years. See, now it's not going to slip out. This is irrigation tubing. I use that for covering my plants, vertical gardening, horizontal gardening, it doesn't matter. But this is just kind of to hold everything in place. I wonder if I should do the center first. I'm going to go ahead and put a stake in the middle. Let's go ahead and do that now. I think this will even stabilize it more. Now, my only concern is if I make the hole too big, see if we can go all the way through. Hold on, that's all I want. I gotta keep an eye on this because this is wood. Okay, that's fine. You know what? I didn't tape this yet. Just go ahead and leave that. I want to go through here all the way. It's still warm. Ah, yes! Do the other one, and I think we're good to go, and I can turn this off and let it cool on my glass table instead. Now, do I need it perfectly straight? No. Good enough, doesn't matter. All right, what I'm trying to do is have a nice steady place. I don't think it's in the middle, but what I'm doing is trying to give them a place to feed out of the sun, and I could also cover it with plastic if it starts to rain. Okay, let's get this pushed in. Come on, come on, come on. I don't want to do any more. I got it. Perfect. I'm just kind of building, like you're building blocks. You're building something. Okay. If I need to, I can pull this in a little bit more. This is going to be up in the air, so I'm not going to walk into this. So it won't matter. I think we're good. Let me shut that off. All right, so now I'm going to continue taping it. And then it's just a matter of covering it up. So I already taped that one. And this one, you know, I'll do it this way. Okay, what I want to do, I'll make sure it's taped good, is I'm going to lay something on the top, and that will be shade. You can use a flag. You could use any fabric you've got. You could use a tablecloth, but I'll warn you, if you use a plastic tablecloth, that will break down in the sun too fast. So my suggestion is no. I've done it. It breaks down way too fast. And then they crumble, those cheap tablecloths you buy for parties. And then you're trying to clean up the bits and pieces you don't want of plastic all over because it just doesn't look good. All right, so now we're just kind of wind this around. Make sure it's in there tight. It is. I can always go back later if I need to. I like this. Uh-oh. I had something I was going to put on here. Oh, here it is. I want to hang the hummingbird feeder off of this. It's like I don't have to take it apart. That's right. So we'll just leave that there. Then I can hang it, and I can tape it if I want to. Now, why do I have to have something like this? Because theoretically, a hummingbird feeder will hang on here. The issue is, if you've got some that have just an eye loop and it doesn't have a place, like it doesn't look, it's not open, then you need a hook. So by having this, I can open it or not open it if needed. And if I want to keep it in the middle, I could zip tie it on. You know what? I'm going to zip tie it on. I think I will do it this way. And the reason I'm going to zip tie it on is it won't swing all over the place in the wind. Turn it the right way, Robbie. Remember, if you turn the zip tie the wrong way, then it doesn't lock. Okay, these beads, I know they're there so it will roll, but I want it this way. I think it's going to be better this way. I could be wrong. Okay, see, now it's not going to roll anywhere. It'll just hang here. Okay. So any fabric you want to put on top, I'm not going to go with plastic right now. I'm not worried about a little bit of rain. because whatever I put on top is going to kind of direct the water the other way. I need a little more painter's tape on the other side. Again, with painter's tape, using it in the garden, whether you're using it on tomato stakes, your plants, it works really good if the tape touches itself. See how it's on the roll? It doesn't have to. And the other thing is, your hands and everything have to be dry. It's actually pretty good. If it's dry, it's going to stick, and it's almost like a glue. It's permanent. And I'll tell you something, to be honest, sometimes it's pretty hard to get off. But you want to make sure everything is dry. So if the tubing was wet or something, it won't stick. Then it will let loose. This is really nice. Okay, now, we're almost done. I've got this dress that I've never worn it. I don't even know if it fits. Which way is the front? That's the front, I think, is towards me, though it doesn't matter. I'm talking about this. Wow, I should cut it, but I think I'm just going to leave it. Now what I'm going to do is just put it on. You see the shade it's going to give the Orioles? I think I'm going to do it this way. Because you're really not going to see the top, I don't think. And I'm going to use clips. I could cover it in the front. Oh, that's nice. Will it go on? Yes! And I fold them down. You don't have to. I'll show you on the other side. If I had to, I could tape this too in place. I don't think I'm going to bother. I think the clip will hold it. If it doesn't, I can use a little tape or bread tie or zip tie. Oh, you know, zip tie would work too. I haven't used a zip tie on this. Hold on. Zip tie might hold better. Now I better make sure I've got it the way I want, because if I don't, it's gonna be hard to take apart. Okay, let's try. I'm gonna try a zip tie on this. I haven't done it this way before. Let's see. So it's kind of gives the Orioles a little privacy. They like going underneath. The hummingbirds love this. Oh yeah, I should have done a zip tie. It actually works out good because I was one clip short. And now, I'm trying to see how I want this. Okay, I brought it underneath because you're not going to see the top. That's my thought. Now what I should do, theoretically, is put plastic here. And I can come back later and just drop it on the ground and put plastic. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Would it be neater if, oh, hold on. It's going to go across the entire thing. Oh, this is good. This is going to work out better. This is why, as I work, I do things off the cuff. And then it's like, oh. Okay, so this is going to work really good. I'm going to clip it on. I have these paper binders. They're metal. I get them at any dollar store, has them, Walmart, Target, everybody's got them. They are so cheap. I use those in the garden and they don't fall apart. I keep them clipped in all different places so I can just grab them when I need them. Oh, this is going to work out beautiful. Who would have known? Watch, I'll put it up there. I'll look at it and go, ooh. Okay. I don't want anybody getting underneath, so we're going to go ahead. I think I have another one. And if I don't like the color of these, I can go back at any time and paint them. Look at that. Oh, cool. So what's going to happen here? I don't know if I can use a tiny one on this. Let's try it. It's a dress, so it's kind of wider on the bottom. You know, it's going to work. Hold on, I got another one. It's wider on the bottom, so it's going to be wider in the front, narrower. But now they'll be out of the sun. A little more security. Let's move all this. And I'll get it back up there, and I can get some flowers on the bottom. I don't know if I'm going to put food. Why am I not going to put food underneath? Because the birds are going to be under there pooping. I could wash it, but no. if I do put food, it'd be something like lettuce. I can grow it there, and then I can remove them and put them in separate pots afterwards to finish growing. I think this is cool. And then it's open here, so I can put a piece of plastic or a placemat that's plastic, and then the water will run off and the feeder will stay dry. Okay, actually, I didn't even know. This is one I'm not using, see? Just slide it underneath. Oh, Robbie, you're brilliant. Look at, now if this pulls, I wonder if it pulls, if it's gonna get too weighted. You know what, it's gonna pull and eventually go down anyways. I think I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna clip it on. Hold on, like I said, I keep these clips everywhere, and I'm not using that placemat anyways. So, we're gonna roll it up, put the placemat there. It will add a little extra protection from the sun too, and you're not even gonna see it. And this way, if it does rain, it's gonna go wherever the heaviest spot and the lowest spot is, it will eventually drop down. Okay, so I got a placemat under there, so the feeder that's right in the middle will not get wet, hopefully. In theory, it works. It has, up this goes. Oh, beautiful. Now I just have to get a feeder in there. And I can fix this up. I've got garlic chives in here, chia growing. I've got sedums growing in here. I've got lettuce and walking onions. I think I'll put a pot in there, and then here's my feeder. Last year I had it draped over. Clip these back, I like it back. See, this won't poke me. I'm not that tall, neither is Gary. And now the feeder's gonna hang in the middle. I don't have one, but I'll go get one pretty soon and show you. But this is wonderful. And they'll come in here and they'll be out of the sun. And if it rains a little bit, it won't get wet. It will just end up going to one of the edges and just running off. Boy, that was quick, wasn't it? So that's it for today. This is kind of the stuff I do. You know, this is how I started our channel. I started by just going out there and doing stuff and putting it up. I mean, you can't get any more amateur than that. And that's just what I did. And this is where it goes. Sometimes I feel like it's kind of boring, but even though you may not build something like this, it might give you an idea. Tomato stakes, this half-inch irrigation tubing. I love this stuff. With irrigation tubing and tomato stakes or any stick you want, you can build like a puzzle. And look at this, you could be growing a vertical garden. You saw how easy it was to get this through. You saw how I made a hole and put this through. You could do the whole thing that way and make your own vertical garden. This stuff is the cheapest stuff you'll ever buy. The reason it's so cheap is, number one, they don't know that you're using it for the garden as far as growing. As far as the company is concerned, the only reason you're using irrigation tubing is to run a water system in your yard, and you have to buy the rolls by usually 500 feet. So the 500 feet are less than 10 cents a foot. Sometimes they're $35. You don't need 500 feet. Go get yourself a roll that's 50 foot for like 10 bucks, 10, 12 bucks. Go to the hardware store. If I see any, I'll put a link underneath or I'll tag it. But I buy this all the time and it lasts forever. It's got what, a 8-year life? When you're done after garden season, you can either leave it out in the snow if you're in the snow until next year and then take it apart the way you want. You can rebuild it, or take it all apart, throw it in a bucket and throw it under an eave of a house and let it sit there all winter. This stuff just doesn't go bad. But you saw with a soldering iron that I just did, you can turn this into a full puzzle, like the Lincoln logs, Legos, and you can build so much stuff with it. Stands for your hummingbird feeders. All kinds of systems to grow plants on. If I wanted to grow a vertical, let's say a vertical plant here, I could tie it on, or I could cut some more of these and slip them on. And then the plants will go up. I'm gonna leave this open because this way the Orioles can come in either way in here and feed, or the hummingbirds. I don't know if the Orioles are gonna come back today and use it. They're just starting to come in, and now, you know, they'll start using it when they find it, and I think I just saw one fly by. But the ones that were born and raised here, they know about this. And that's why this morning, sitting in the tree, Gary said, hey, he's out there, he's looking for his feeder, and I took the whole thing apart. But look at this. Here I have a dish pan for what, $4 and change. Couple tomato stakes. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one there, 5, 6, 7, because I put one in the middle, and then the irrigation tubing. Could I have run just irrigation tubing? Yes, I have run that across, and I hung bird feeders off that because it's cheaper. But I thought today I'm going to do this. It'll be a little bit more stable. Oh, this is cool. I'm glad you joined me. I'm glad I can give you ideas, and tell me what you think. So with that, have a great day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. I'm so excited. Spring is almost here. I know we're like 3 weeks away, but the point is we've been warm and I can see the change in the birds. And as far as they're concerned, it is time for them to start having babies. So I might as well help them out and give them some food. Oh, don't lose this. I am going to go make my plant tags for my seedlings. No, there's another one around here somewhere. I know a lot of you are asking or already thinking, what is she talking about? So, you know, I don't like the camera in my face, so hold on right there. So, this is what's left over from our zip ties. You know, our zip tie has that little part that we always put it in this way. The point is away, and then this goes in this way. Can you see that? That is the correct way. If you do it this way, it won't go anywhere. See, it's just, I don't want to lock a good zip tie, but it doesn't grab, it comes right out. So that's the way you do it. Then we end up with these tails. So I used to toss them out in the trash because what else are you going to do with them? So this is what I do now. I take painter's tape, take a piece off, make it as big as you want, stick it on wherever you want, and then just mud all over me. Put it in half and look. Now you can write, let's say you're doing little seedlings and you're doing a brownberry tomato. You could write on this with a Sharpie or a pen, brownberry tomato, and stick it in your pot. So let's say I had something in here and I wasn't sure what, if I was going to remember what seed I put in there. And now I've got a plant tag. So yes, you're going to end up throwing this away eventually, but the point is, why not use it now? And if you want to make it fancy, then go ahead, because the edge isn't nice, cut it off, and now it looks like a little flag, and you can write everything you want on it. And that's what I do with all of them now. And even though I'm not using them at this minute, I've got them, so if I'm planting, let's say, red lettuce, or Gary wants me to grow them, he got some seeds from a type of sorrel. So now when I put it in a pot, this is so quick to grab, you just keep them, so easy to make. And it's not going to go bad because this is plastic, so it's just going to sit in there until you feel that you don't want it anymore, you don't need it. And you know, if you want to keep it, and let's say you wrote a different plant on here and now you're changing it, and you don't have the other side or whatever, just put another piece of tape on top. And you can make it as big as you want for as much, space as you need to write on. But I don't throw it away. I try not to throw things away. Oh, does Gary know that? We don't talk. Because there's so many uses for so many of these things. So it's just so 1, 2, 3 to make. And if it's lopsided and you don't like it, if it bothers you, I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't like that. Trim it. Throw the little pieces away. And look at that. So now while you're sitting out here with me, oh, there's one more. Look at that. I've got all these plant stakes that are free. These things sell for like $6 to $8. This is going to last you forever. I order them all the time because I use them for everything around the yard. You know that. And so I just keep it on hand. I'll try to tag it. I can tag Walmart in different places, and Walmart puts them on sale sometimes for $6. So I'll tag it if it's there. If it's not there, just go to any hardware store and get it. Oh, look at that. So now while you were out here with me, I've got that set up. I'm going to go get some hummingbird feeders under that. And now I've got my little plant stakes, my labels, ready to go. And I can write whatever I want on it. Isn't that cool? All right, back to work I go, because I have to go fill hummingbird feeders. And now with the Orioles here, oh my goodness, I just ordered 100 pounds. They're going to go through twice as much. I hear him. He's here. He's here. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, let me. Hold on. See? I'm not lying. There he is. That is a First Nature hummingbird feeder. I hope you can see him. and I use my soldering iron, and from the inside, I think I have videos on it, should make a new one, I make the holes just big enough for them. If you don't overdo it, then the bees can't get in, because remember, they're bee proof. But if you make it too big, then you are inviting the bees, and if they're around, they may find it. If not, it'll be okay. So I have to keep extra sets here that haven't been enlarged for the Orioles, and it works for them. I want to feed them too, so it works out good.